Hey, Nomies. Just back here doing the maintenance charge on Pearl's battery here on the MT and me. But hey, I appreciate you joining us once again. First of all, let me thank all of you who have watched and commented and let me know you liked the 200th special video that aired last week. Picked up some subscribers. I think I've added 18 or 19 new subscribers, so we're up around the 230 mark. I'm just blown away by that. And lots of views too, so thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed the look back on 200 videos that we did. And thanks again to Ree for helping out with that. She did some of the editing. She, of course, did the first 13 or 14 minutes of the video herself as well. So, yeah, it was kind of a joint effort. And I really do hope you enjoyed it. And now, here we are on video number 201, which is a place that, well, I can safely say I never thought I would be a couple of 3-4 years ago. But here we are, and moving forward. I'm not quite ready to move forward on the next repair on Pearl. That, of course, is addressing the problem with the alternator that we found whenever we turned the engine over and nearly burned a wire in two because I had a connection grounded that shouldn't have been grounded. Okay. I got my connectors, I got wire. I thought I had an insulating washer that would work for that connection. And turns out everything I have just doesn't quite fit. Either it fits the screw and it's too big for the application, or it fits the application and won't fit the screw, one way or the other. So I'm still looking for that, but maybe next week. I hope so. Hope we'll get to address that next week. It's okay because things got busy in this past week anyway, and I'm going to share a couple of things with you here today. First of all, we had the Wiggins Cabin Festival, which is one of those annual things that I get to go to and share with you. It is a typical small town fall festival, but man, they do such a good job pulling it off. And this time we had absolutely perfect weather. We had lots of vendors turn out for it, lots of entertainment. Plenty of people came out to enjoy themselves. And for the third year in a row, we had Dragonboat races. So, we're going to show you the highlights of the festival, including a Dragonboat race, here in just a few minutes. And then the other thing is, well, occasionally I have something come up that really upsets the domestic tranquility of my life. Yeah. And that happened here in the past couple of weeks, too. I had to replace a major appliance, so I'll share that story with you as well. It's all today, all here, all on the MT and me. Classic Country, Country Gold from 104.9 FM, KAGH, South Garden, spreading the love. And Russ Miller here, spreading the love from the Wiggins Cabin Festival. It is the 46th annual festival, just getting underway this morning and going all through the day. Just getting started with this year's Little Mr. and Miss Wiggins festival pageant. That's over on the main stage here at the festival site. And we'll be crowning a new king and queen in each of their age categories before this day is over and done with. Patty Cootie does a wonderful, stupendous job each and every year putting that pageant together and pulling it off, and this year's no exception. They've got the stage all decorated and they're getting underway now. We'll let you know some winners a little bit later on. And don't forget, a little later on this morning, the CrossFit Historical Society will start selling those delicious barbecue sandwiches prepared by Willie Griffin. I forgot his name. Willie Griffin and Finger Licking Good Barbecue. They do the cooking, and the Historical Society will do the selling. $10 get you a sandwich, chips, and a drink. All right, $10. And that money, again, goes directly to the CrossFit Historical Society and right into the funding pool for the Wiggins Cabin Festival that I was talking about earlier, that helps to support the cabin and the cabin grounds and the company house, and also helps out Beta Sigma Phi sorority with their projects. Okay. There's plenty of other food, too. We'll get a list of the food trucks that are here. I do know, I think, cheesecake truck is here. Some of you just really like that cheesecake vendor that comes down from up in central Arkansas. I think they are here. I don't know if our own Keith Kid is back with KDK's Chicken and Waffles or not. I'll double check to see if his truck's here too. But there's those and plenty more. Just about any kind of food you want, you'll be able to get today here at the Wiggins Cabin Festival. So don't cook. Come eat at the festival and enjoy all the other arts and crafts that are on display and for sale as well throughout the day. All right. So there's a few minutes of just looking around the festivities, the people, the vendors that were there, everybody having a real good time. One of the best times was, of course, Dragonboat races. Now, for those of you who don't know, Dragonboats are originally from southern China. The use of these boats in competitions and festivals goes back about 2,500 years. They have just in recent years become very popular here in America, and we are proud to have them back for the third time at the Wiggins Cabin Festival. Briefly, a dragon boat is 30 feet long. It has a crew of 12. There are 10 people rowing. There's one person beating the drum to keep time. And then the guy in the back, who's the professional, by the way, is the oarsman. He's driving and telling everyone else what to do to keep from turning over. Well, ideally, that's what happens. So, these teams compete on a 200-yard course. They're racing for time. They also get dressed up and get a theme going, and they get all kinds of prizes and trophies for just getting out there and having a good time. And man, does it get exciting.
Are you ready? Attention, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Paddling a dragon boat?
They tried to get me to, and I left.
Oh, really?
You wouldn't paddle a boat?
They want me to get in there with them. Maybe they want to short.
And you didn't step up to the plate? You didn't step up to the paddle?
No.
No. Take over for Russ and let him go do it.
Russ, you want to go do it? They're finna start the first race.
Well, Jeff and I both stayed away from the dragon boats. And in fact, we all did. No one got on a team, but next year, nah, probably not gonna happen. It's a young person's sport. I'll just watch. But anyway, they had 8 teams, I think, competing this year, so good turnout for the dragon boat races. One of the most exciting parts of the Wiggins Cabin Festival. We had a great time. It was a wonderful day. Glad I could share some highlights with you here on the MT and Me. Now, coming up next, a highlight that's, well, it's not exactly terrible, but then again, it's not good news, I guess, either. See what you think. Okay, and now a segment that we're going to call What Else Does Russ Do? Okay, we know he works on the MT, works on the Equinox, has a day job on the radio and does all kinds of work there. He also works on the yard, does other things around the house, minor repairs, things like that. And then he goes to festivals, films those for the MT and me. He occasionally does something extra special. Maybe just goes out of town and does something, carries the camera along for that. And, just odds and ends occasionally. So there's a lot of stuff there. But what in the world does he possibly do with all of the rest of his spare time? Yeah. Okay, I occasionally sleep. Not a lot, but I try. Every now and then I eat something too, just so you know. And then there's that rare occasion when I catch myself having to replace a major appliance in my home. Fortunately, that doesn't happen often, but it did the other day. I came home from work in the afternoon. I went to the fridge to get me something to eat. I opened the door and I immediately knew something was wrong. No, the light was on. The light was working, but nothing else was. It was almost room temperature in that thing. So I thought, man, my fridge is gone out. A little quick checking, couldn't get anything to work, so I ran up to the store, got some ice, put the ice in the fridge, turned it into an ice box to try and salvage what I could. Got online, ordered a replacement. It's almost exactly the same thing. It came today. So I've got the old fridge out, and I'm going to put the new one in. Here's the old one, sitting in my kitchen floor. Here is the new fridge. And yes, it looks kind of like that monolith in 2001, doesn't it? Well, not alike. So let's do the biggest unboxing I've ever done on camera and see what this thing looks like. Seem to have a bit of a clearance problem here. Okay, you're looking at the back of it. Here we are. How pretty. Well, I hid the instructions inside it in the crisper, so I probably better read this before I go any further. Alright, it's all pretty basic. And in English, Spanish, and French. How nice. But it doesn't tell me the one thing that I was wondering about, if I need to loosen the mounts on the compressor, because the compressor usually sits on spring-mounted mounts, and usually they tighten those down for transport. So I guess we'll just have to look and see what the situation is under there. Looks like it is spring mounted already, so I'm not going to bother a thing. Going to assume it's going to work. So with my incredible strength, we're going to pick this puppy up and put it up where it belongs. I think I've sang that song in a video before. Well, I'm not going to do it today. Here we go. I just plugged it in and I heard it fire up. That's good. That's real good. It is almost just like my older fridge on the inside. It actually has a better door construct with simply 3 shelves. My other had some kind of funky little drink rack in it. And as for the freezer, same size. The door is a little different. This door has nothing on it, no kind of shelf or anything. I think my other one had a little enclosed shelf, but you know what? I can live with that. I decided on 3.5. I have no idea on the thermostat what to go with, but that's a good place to start. I'm gonna let it cool a little bit, and then see what food I can salvage that I took out of the old fridge and put it in. I don't know if everything's going to survive or not. Especially worried about the freezer stuff. It's in an ice chest with a separate bag of ice that I'm quite sure has completely melted by now. But it's been about 36 hours. Anyway, new fridge. I'll let you know how it's working. And maybe nothing else will break for a day or two. Maybe a week if I'm lucky. And after about a week, I can tell you my new fridge is doing just fine. I'm happy. Very happy. So, crisis averted there. Problem solved, at least for the time being. Like I said, until something else breaks. And it invariably will. C'est la vie. But for now, that's going to be it. We're going to get out of here before anything else breaks. Now, my battery sustaining charge is still going on, so I'm just going to leave that hooked up for you. We'll come back next week and hopefully have everything we need to tackle that little wiring problem on Pearl's alternator. Get that straightened out, and we'll proceed from there. 200 videos down. This is 201, so we have started on the next 100. I hope you'll stay with me through all of them and enjoy it. Remember, thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Thanks again to the new subscribers. Welcome to the MT and Me family. I really do appreciate you clicking that subscribe button. You can do that below too, in case you haven't already. Let's keep that number going up. Keep watching. Next week, we'll be back. At least I hope so. Till then, thank you so much for watching and all of your support. Love you, my nomies. I'm Russ. We will talk later.